Okay, this has been One Piece every week. I guess this is One Piece every week. Yada 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 yada. I'm just gonna go into this because it's gonna be short. Chris Platoon and all that stuff. Your boy, current Luffy is whooping Akainu's ass. I'm saying it. I'm doing it. I'm putting it out there. I'm making a premonition / truth. Now, how hard is this going to be? Do I think Akainu is to that point where, I don't know, he'll be extreme diff? That depends. Has he gotten stronger from the last 2 years? Because if he has, then sure, it might be extreme diff. But I still think Luffy will win. But why do I think Akainu will lose? Luffy hates him. Well, Luffy really doesn't like him. I don't say hates, but he really doesn't like that dude. And you know what he did to his brother? Luffy's gonna get back real quick, drop him in the face, kick him in the balls, all that stuff. And we're gonna see how Luffy uses his rubbery powers against magma. Like, will he be able to shape magma into swords? Because Kaido heated himself up to become hotter than magma, or as hot as magma, when he was doing his final attack on Luffy. And Luffy didn't have to touch him. He could use project his haki to hit him in the face and stuff. And when Luffy touched him, obviously it burnt him. But technically, lightning is hotter than magma, and technically lasers, Kizaru shooting lasers, that should also be hotter than magma. But apparently, according to One Piece logic, that's not how it works. Science, right? Vegapunk is science. But yeah, why do I think he's gonna win? How do I think he's gonna win? Straight up, it's just his conquerors. His conquerors hockey's advanced everything. To me, he just seems like a better product, a better finished, more product compared to Akainu. Maybe Akainu has advanced conquerors or something, but he hasn't shown it. I think he relies mostly on his devil fruits. He'd be shooting his dog bomb things, or his fist bomb, whatever, or his meteor stuff. And honestly, if Luffy gets super big, I can't see him winning. Even if it doesn't get super big, the fact that Luffy can manipulate the environment now and actually, use stuff to block his attacks, that gives him an edge. Then, if his haki touches him, it's OVA. Now, if you take away his haki, yes, I do think it's going to be way harder for Luffy to win. Even with his awakening and all that, it's going to be super way harder. But Luffy can survive getting burned. So it's not just Akainu touches him and he bursts into fire, or Sakazuki touches him and he bursts into fire, and he's like, "Oh, you're burning my body. This is how Ace felt. I'm sorry, Ace." No. I still think Luffy has a chance, but at the same time, I think Akainu also has more of a chance now of putting him down. This time, probably he'll lose maybe both of his arms or something. No, he won't, because he doesn't have haki. If I separate haki, he can't really hurt him. So I take back what I said. Without haki, most likely Akainu would win, I guess, according to the One Piece logic. But with haki, Luffy is stomping his brains out. Luffy's gonna walk a metal on. He's just gonna destroy this guy. It's over. Akainu is over for you. Revenge for Ace. Revenge for Ace is gonna happen. But yeah, I don't have much to say because we don't know too much about Akainu's limits. I mean, I guess we do because, Blackbeard bodied him. Yes, not Blackbeard, my bad. Whitebeard bodied him. Yes, Whitebeard bodied him. You can be like, "Oh, but he punched half his face." Yes, he did. He totally did. But I'm just saying, Whitebeard was out here fighting a whole army, including Akainu. Akainu wasn't fighting a whole army, including Whitebeard. Literally, Whitebeard got jumped by all the vice admirals and got stabbed by all of them. Then he's fighting Akainu 2 minutes after that. Akainu wasn't getting jumped like that. Akainu would his power was just, "I burn you, I burn you, I burn you, I burn you." He can focus his power. While Whitebeard, the boy can't even use his own power in the thing. If he uses his own power, his own people die. So he's got to be like, "I got to watch out for this, watch out for that." And then he 2 hits taps this guy. He taps him twice, and this dude's like, "Oh, my ribs, my ribs." Obviously, he didn't take him out permanently. Whitebeard should have finished that job. If he did, well, actually Ace was dead by then, so it didn't matter. It did not matter. But, maybe he should have just finished him off because F Akainu and stuff. And Akainu is a biatch. But seriously, Akainu pisses me off. He's quote unquote lives for justice, but he's supporting the murderers, the biggest murderers and killers in the world, i.e. the celestial dragons. They're disgusting, bro. It kind of reminds you of the real world where you have people out here talking about, oh, we're honorable. Oh, I'm a soldier. I fight for my country, while going to another person's country to go kill them. Sure, you're fighting for us. That's another conversation. And no, I don't respect killers. I have family members that were part of different armies and stuff. I'm not going to go into specifics, but I don't respect someone who goes around killing people. That's why you got haunted by the dreams and stuff. And I'm sorry about that you have to see your friends die and stuff. But I didn't do that to you. I had the option too of joining. They tried to make me join, but I was like, unless they come to here and try to come catch these hands, I don't see a reason to go to someone else's house and go murder them and terrorize them. That's just me. But maybe I'm crazy for seeing the world for actually what it is. But that's another conversation. Akainu to me represents that mentality of thinking, well, might makes right, but then complains about the fact that people don't like the fact that you use might to take away their stuff. It's like, well, but that's what happens. People gonna fight you back. That was a side rant. Back into the main story though. Luffy stomps. Luffy kicks his face in. In fact, I don't think Luffy is gonna even care about being burnt at that point. He's just gonna punch him until he does become just straight up blood, just blood and magma. Just psh, 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 psh. That's the one person I think Luffy will be low key willing to kill. Has he killed someone yet? Off the top of my head, I can't remember. Obviously, because of his reckless personality, he'd be jumping off giant elephants with people and stuff, which is crazy. But that's Luffy. But besides unintentionally almost killing his own crew every time, and unintentionally almost killing other people every time, Luffy doesn't necessarily, he's not like, oh, I gotta make sure this person died permanently. He'll leave you alone after knock you out. Like, you're like, yep, I knocked you out, bye. He's not like Goku when Goku was a kid, where he will accidentally kill you. They'll be like, huh, are you dead? Goku was crazy, bruh. That kid was crazy, but his innocence balanced out that he was a cold-blooded murderer. He was a cold-blooded murderer. But yeah, Luffy stomps. Luffy kicks asses. That's the end of it. Thank you guys for watching. One Piece every week, all that stuff. Sorry to go into our rants there, but it's just the state of the world. Anyway, thank you guys for watching. Chris Platoon, and I'll check you guys in the next one. Like, sub, fun stuff, yada, yada, yada. Bye-bye.